So today we're doing Millennial Samurai, and we're doing chapters 19 to 25. So 19 is compassion, 20 is authenticity, 21 is choice, yeah, and then 22 is curiosity, 23 is collaboration, 24 is adaptation, and 25 is intensity. So chapter 19, compassion. So I said the more they invested in others, the happier they were. And the true power of compassion is far greater than most of us can imagine. And then for authenticity. Authenticity.
Very good. Authenticity.
Yeah.
It means being authentic, being yourself.
So authenticity begins with self-awareness. And then unless I am both capable of willing to repeat the wound every time I write a song, if I choose to not look inside myself to write music, I'm really not being worth calling an artist at all. And that's Lady Gaga. And then we can't be perfect, but we can still be real.
Yeah.
And then
True.
So between stimulus and response, there is no space, and that space is our power to choose our response, and in our response lies our greatest freedom. And that's from Viktor Frankl. And you always choose. You will always have the power of choice. So you'll always be able to choose the right decision.
Yep.
And even if it is limited to choosing how to react to events or circumstances that you did not choose. And you need to learn. You need to learn to think ahead. Because if you think ahead, you might know what might happen, and you might react to that. And then curiosity. Curiosity. I have no special talents, but I'm only passionately curious, and that's Albert Einstein. And the first step toward developing your curiosity is developing a love of learning.
Love of learning.
So that means you have a love in learning something.
Do you love to learn?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy going to school and
I
learning
like to
new
learn
things?
sports and
What was something today that you learned that you enjoyed?
Probably weather and the biomimicry thing we did.
Biomimicry is super cool. So, what about weather did you learn today that you didn't know when you went to school?
Oh, I learned about a bunch of different clouds, scripto, I think,
Stratius.
No, strato. Stratonimbus.
Okay.
And then there's a couple other ones. They're really hard names, so I don't really remember them.
I don't remember all of them, but yes, there's different
There's
types.
4 different.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can go. And then to be open to learn, unlearn, and relearn.
What be open to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Is there any lessons that you learned today outside of school? What?
I learned lesson. I get punished because I did something wrong.
Well, that's called the consequence for your actions. You can't just go through life mistreating people, right? Or disrespecting people. There will be a consequence, right?
And the people who don't ask questions remain clueless through their lives. And then collaboration. So
Do you know what collaboration is? What is it?
collaboration is you collaborate in something.
What does that mean?
You
Is collaboration one person doing work, or is it
it's a whole team.
that comes together and is united in a common like theme or concept? So like your dad, he often collaborates with other people to make his vision come to life, because he may not have some of the skills that he needs, so he may need to collaborate with other people that do.
And then great things in business are never done by one person. They're done by a team of people. We just said that.
Which is exactly what collaboration is, right?
And then the teamwork is the ability to work together toward a common vision. The ability to direct individual accomplishments toward organizational objects. It's the view that allows common people to attain uncommon results. Take the phone.
Say that again.
Teamwork is the ability to work together toward a common vision. The ability to direct individual accomplishments toward organizational objects is the fuel that allows common people to attain uncommon results.
Do you collaborate at all with anyone? Is there anything that you do that requires collaboration in your life?
Yeah, like sometimes we're doing like a project, like maybe in school. Like sometimes, most of the times we're in groups.
I'm thinking outside of school. Is there anything that you do?
Soccer.
Yes, because can soccer work if
There's no team.
if there's no team?
Yeah.
Correct. So you all must collaborate and work together so that you can win the match, correct? Okay, so that's a significant level of collaboration, because it wouldn't work without collaboration. Winning wouldn't work without collaboration. Okay?
And then the adaptation, measure
adaptation.
The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Albert Einstein.
What is adaptation?
Adaptation is you change.
Your ability to
Change.
adapt or change quickly, right?
Mhm.
Why is that important in life?
It's important in life because then
Does life always go as you plan
no.
in your head? No, right? So if it does,
It's not just candy, rainbows, and
sunshine and
unicorns.
unicorns, that's right. So if you don't have the ability to adapt quickly, right, you're going to be left behind. You have to be able to pivot, which you probably hear that in soccer too. So a lot of the things that you learn on the soccer field can be applied to your life, which is why coach is hard on you. Yeah.
And then don't fear change, celebrate it. So like, if you're gonna change, it's okay, and you should celebrate it too.
Okay.
Like,
So do you think that you are able to easily adapt to any situation, or do you sometimes get stuck on what you think it should be in your head?
I do sometimes get stuck.
And that's okay, right? It's just a matter of working through it, right? Yeah.
And then resilient people embrace change and excel at adaptation.
So do you know what resilience means?
No.
Resilience means that you're able to withstand change, so that you are built for it. Like you're able to do it easily. You're resilient. Means you can be adaptable and change intensities or whatever it needs, whatever it is, you can adapt to how it's supposed to go.
In every virtual example of extreme success, one common denominator emerges: intensity.
What are we talking about now? Adaptation?
No, we're still now we're talking about intensity.
Intensity. Oh.
It's intense.
Oh, I think that I know I can be pretty intense.
Mhm.
And I think you can be pretty intense.
Mhm.
And sometimes when you have people that are very intense, they can clash.
Mhm.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah, they could like bump heads and then get mad at each other.
Because they're also, and then the intensity gets even more.
Mhm.
Because you have one intense person and another intense person.
It goes doo.
And then there's an explosion.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah.
And then obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out to climb it, go through it, or work around it.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jordan.
So do you sometimes see me as an obstacle in what you're trying to accomplish?
Sometimes.
Okay. I'm asking you to be honest. There's no right or wrong. Okay. So how would you handle that? If I'm trying to say something and tell you something and explain to you something, and then you're meeting my intensity and you disagree, how would you handle that situation?
I'll probably just like try to walk away.
I don't know. Would you try to work through whatever's going on?
Yeah, probably that.
Maybe present to me what you're telling me or why it matters, and then we talk about it and we work through it. That's what that means. Like, we work through whatever issues we have. Okay, so what is something out of all those things you told me, what is something that you can apply right now and implement in your life out of all those things?
Probably the intensity, maybe. Like,
You're already intense.
and maybe I can like work through if something's like happening.
Mm-hmm.
And if something like.
So, okay, that being said, what is happening right now, and how could we make it better? Because the whole point of this book and you reading this book is to do what?
Build my character.
Build your character.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're reading this book and you're just reading it so that you can quickly get through this and do it, then it has no value. But if you're reading this book and you're going to take it on and you're going to build your character, that's what I'm asking, is what you could do right now with those chapters that you read. What's something you can do right now and implement right away?
So maybe try to collaborate, and
with who?
With my mom. And if we get mad at each other,
okay,
maybe we could maybe try to work as a team to make it better.
Well, yeah, I'm always interested in making it better. But what we're gonna always have a disagreement, or you might not want to do things that I'm telling you, right? That's always gonna be the case. But what of these things that you learned so far in this book, it doesn't even have to be from these few chapters, from all the chapters you read, what's something that you're like, hey, I could do that and I could make a change in myself?
Honor.
Huh?
The honor part.
The honor part? Okay. How do you honor someone? You don't need to look at the book, because I know that you know this in your heart. Mm-hmm. What could you do? How could honor show up in your life, and how could you implement it? It's okay, it's just you and me. What could you do to show that?
Probably
It's okay. I'm your biggest fan. And if you cry, you're gonna make me cry. What could you do to honor someone? Okay, what do I do to honor God?
You pray.
Mm-hmm.
You read the Bible.
Mm-hmm. And I worship, right? Do I sing when I hear a song about Jesus? Yeah. So I'm honoring him. Do I go to church and honor him? Yeah. It's like one of my favorite things to do. So how could honor show up in your life? And it doesn't have to be for me. It could be for God. It could be for Dad. How could honor show up in your life? It could be for Daddy Mill or your sister.
Probably for God, like maybe
Maybe intentionally do something. Yeah. What could those things be that you could do to honor God every day?
probably what you just said. Pray.
We do that every day, right? We pray every day,
Read the
right?
Bible more.
Yeah, okay.
And then
That's something you could do right now. It's always there, right? Okay. That's a good start. So from now on when we do this, I'm going to ask you that same question. Every time I'm going to say, what's something you took away that you could implement right away, right now? Okay? All right, now
bye, guys.
like and subscribe, smash that button. All right? Okay.